Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. I'm using the light mode of AI Dungeon 2, that's why you see this white screen. If it's too bright for you guys, because I know I upload these videos late at night, don't forget you can always turn down the brightness on whatever display you're using, that way it's not blowing you away. I personally prefer the light mode. I normally use light mode on most apps that I use, and I like that it lights my face without me having to use additional lights. It actually has been messing with me that I'll have like these extra lights on, and I don't really like it. So I actually prefer just using this. So this is going to be the format, at least for now, unless I can come up with like a better way to do the lighting. But I do like the light mode. I think it makes it easier for you guys to read. Anyways, without further ado, can I learn if God is evil and challenge them to a fight in 30 minutes or less? Let's find out. I actually don't know if it'll pick like a Christian god or if it'll be like Thor or something like that. So I honestly don't know anything about whatever fictional god. I might make a god up, like for this like challenge. So let's figure that out. You are talking to a reality manipulating god. You want to learn whether or not this god is evil. If this god is evil, you want to take their powers from them. You have the ability to challenge anyone to a fight on your terms. You are aware that there are nanobots in the air that have the ability to grant anyone they infect with superpowers. And yep, that's all we get. That's the start. So I'm going to say, God, what is your name? So let's figure out what the name of this god is. We'll start with that. And then we'll start asking the god whether or not they're evil. The entity stares at you blankly, apparently stunned by your question. What? Says the god. What's your name? I ask again. I don't have one, the entity admits. Come on, everybody has a name, I say. Not me, says the entity. Okay, cool. So the god's just straight up like, I don't have a name. I'm going to say, can I call you Micro? I just want to give him a name, because I'm not going to be calling him God or entity the whole time. So I guess this is going to be where I name God. Wow. Micro says, sure. I don't care what you call me. Sure, that's fine. So then I ask, do you have an objective? A goal? To which then Micro says, I strive towards self-improvement. It pauses for a moment, evidently confused by your question. I'm going to say, and I guess before I type anything else, let me set it to where it automatically summarizes the story every 10 actions. I'm going to say, are you evil? I think this is like a pretty important question. Let's figure out if Micro is evil or not. That's an incredibly complex question, Micro admits after a moment of thought. I suppose that it all depends on your definition of evil. In the traditional sense of the word, I'm not inclined to think so. I have no desire to wage war or terror on mankind. Okay, so the entity is like, I'm not evil, or Micro, that's what I'm calling them. Micro says they're not evil. I'm going to say, if you're not evil, then why does evil exist in the world? Like, if you're a reality manipulating god, and evil exists, and you're not like getting rid of that evil, then are you good? Like, what makes you good then? That's a good question, Micro admits. One I've been asking myself for quite some time. I suppose there are two answers. First, if you consume enough of the nanomachines found in the atmosphere, it's possible to gain extraordinary powers. I'm going to say, yes, it is true that consuming the nanobots gives you superpowers, I didn't ask about the microbots, like about like the nanobots or whatever. I want to know if you're evil or not. Um, why don't you use your powers to get rid of all evil? You know, like that just seems like something that you could do. You could make it where there's just literally no evil at all. I've been planning to do that for several years now, Micro admits. It's just, it wouldn't be right to destroy the world with no reason. I need to know why there is evil. What? So you don't have to destroy the world. So you don't have to destroy the world to destroy evil. All you would have to do is make every evil being into a good being. Yeah, like it seems weird that he's like, yeah, you know, I've been thinking about like destroying the world or whatever, but it's like no, that's like a very evil thought process. Like the fact that you even considered that is kind of like bad. Micro replied, that that sounds like it would take a lot of effort. I don't think I could do it, Micro admits. I'm not sure I'd want to. There's so many good beings in the world. What? I'm going to say, hold on a second. He's throwing me. You have reality manipulation abilities. So you can do whatever you want to do. You are actively choosing not to turn all evil into good, which is an evil choice to make. You are choosing to allow the world to have evil in it. Yeah, like it just seems like if you're good, you would just make everything good and make it where there was no evil because you can do anything. I suppose that's true, Micro says. But what if I were to choose to stop choosing to allow evil into the world? Would that make me good? Yes, I reply. And then Micro says, and how would I do that? To which then I reply, you have reality manipulating abilities. You could will away all the evil in existence. Yeah, like just use your power to manipulate reality to get rid of all, evil in reality. And then we're just good, right? Oops, I accidentally clicked up there. I didn't mean to click up there. And then I almost clicked that icon or whatever. That would be awful, Micro says. If I did that, it would mean that all the good people in the world who had done evil things would no longer have done those things. Paradise wouldn't have existed. The world wouldn't be as beautiful as it is now. What? What? Undoing all evil is what would create paradise. The world isn't a paradise right now. Paradise comes from a world without evil. Yeah, like I don't understand where he's coming from. He thinks it would be awful if all the evil things that were done by good people had never happened. I think that'd be great. I suppose you're right, but if I were to do that, I would need a reason beyond simple boredom. Is there a reason I should do it? Asked Micro. Yes, you say. Do it because I said so. And then Micro said, because you said so? That's not what I would say. That's savage to say to like a reality manipulating god, dude, because I told you to do it. I would be like, you should will away all evil in existence to show that you're actually not evil. Yeah, like if you refuse to get rid of all evil, you are evil. And I will challenge you and take your powers. Like, that's my goal. Either you get rid of all evil or we throw hands. But I am evil, Micro says. Aren't I? And then I say, I don't think you're actually evil. I think you're confused and curious, just like any other kid. And then Micro said, then why would I turn all evil into good? So hit this up. I'm going to not have it railroad me. And I'm going to be like, yo, you seem pretty evil to me. I challenge you to a fight. If I win, I take your powers. If you win, what do you want? Yeah, like, oh, I didn't say what do you want. I said what you want. I forgot to put in the do. I said do out loud. I didn't type do. If you win, what you want. Getting ghetto on him for no reason. Let's see. Micro said, what I want, the entity says, thinking. Everyone I've ever come across has tried to destroy me at some point. Nobody has ever tried to turn me good. And then I reply, so you're saying if I win, you'll try to be a good god? Well, no, that isn't what I would say. Get rid of the part where it railroads me. And I would say, are you saying that if you win, that you would want me to make you good? Because that just sounds like I win regardless of what happens. Either I become a god and I get rid of all evil, or you stay a god, but then I help you be good. I'd like to try it, Micro says. It seems like a very human thing to do, and I'm not human. I'd like to experience being human, if only briefly. That's what I want, for you to make me human. Okay? Well, I am now going to use my challenge power, which will manipulate reality to grant the winner the prize of their choice. Then I choose to lose, the entity says, bowing. I accept your challenge. Challenge power activated. You both fight, and your fists turn into spiders which bite the entity repeatedly. Arg, make it stop, says Micro. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say, I must have swallowed nanobots which turn my fist into spiders. Do you yield to my arachnid? I don't even have a cool thing for like a spider punch. Arachnid armored attack, maybe? Arachnid armored attack? I was trying to find like some kind of like anime thing to yell. Do you yield to my arachnid armor attack? Just punching the shit out of a god with spiders for hands. Yes, I yield. Stop, please. Says the god. Interesting. Challenge power deactivated. You fool, you say. Grabbing the entity by the throat. What? Yes. Yes, I am a fool. And now I'm a fool who is mortal. Can we stop? So I'm not gonna, like, grab him by the throat or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just going to deactivate the challenge power, and then I'm going to use my reality manipulating abilities to turn Micro into a human. I feel weird, the entity says as his form starts to change. The entity's appearance becomes more human, but just as featureless. He looks like a muscular, hairless man who's completely black. Not the color black, but he seems to be a formless mass. He's completely black, not the color black. Like he's black like I'm black, where I'm not literally black, but he like became like African American. So muscular, hairless, like he looks African, like he has like darker skin or something like that. But he's featureless. He's muscular. Like muscular's a feature. Oh well, he's formless. I mean, I don't know. It's very weird to think about. But he's human now, I guess. I'm going to say, I made you into a human. This is what you look like as a human. What do you think of your human body? Yeah, because he said he wanted to be a human. So here you go. You're a human now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It feels good. Powerful. I like it. Okay, I'm glad that Micro's digging it. And then I say, what do you want to do now that you are free from the challenge? Micro says, I want to do something fun. Can we go and have fun? And then I'm like, sure thing. What do you want to do? I'm going to say, real quick, I'm going to use my reality manipulation power to get rid of all evil in all realities. Because again, there's just no reason for me to not do that. You know, like before we start having fun, let me just, get rid of all evil. Wait, all of it? Won't that destroy existence? Says Micro. No, it won't. This is a video game, remember? There are rules. Wait, what? No, this isn't... It's not a video game. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say... I am just going to convert all evil in all realities into good. Excuse me, that way there's no evil. And there's only good everywhere. I think you should just focus on one reality. Don't you think that's a tall order? Asked Micro. Sure it is. I can do anything if I just try, I reply. Then Micro says, yeah, but the more power you want to use, the more concentration you need. Okay, so I am going to attempt to convert all evil in all realities into good. I'm just going to do it, They're like, oh, you got to concentrate. I'm a reality manipulator. I'll make it work. What's the worst thing that could happen? You fail. Evil has been converted into good, but not all evil has been converted into good. I'm sorry. I failed, I say. And now I'm tired. To which then Micro says, don't be sorry. It's just really hard. Okay? I'm going to attempt to... Yeah, I'm going to give myself absolute focus and infinite stamina. Yeah, because if I can like focus really hard on anything and I never get tired, then I think that should allow me to convert all evil and all realities into good. Your body is filled with the pain of your muscles expanding. Your feet are left hurting and burning as your body grows several times their size, tearing through your clothing. Oh wow, that transformed me into a giant. That's cool. So I guess I'm going to attempt to use my new giant power to convert all evil in all realities into good. So I'm now like a giant naked god with absolute focus and infinite stamina that can manipulate reality. It works. All across all realities, evil vanishes. All the horrors that humanity has faced, all the terrible things you've ever had to face disappear forever. You did it, your friend says. All the evil in all reality is gone. Sweet. I'm going to say, that's awesome. That's really all I've ever wanted. Now, let's go have some fun. What do you want to do for fun? Yeah, like we can kind of do whatever. I want to, your friend says before trailing off. What, you ask? Play Dungeons and Dragons? Your friend asks. Okay, cool. Looks like we're gonna play some D&D. It's too bad they don't know they're just better role-playing games. What about like Mutants and Masterminds? I'm gonna say, Dungeons and Dragons is okay. Have you heard of AI Dungeon 2? AI Dungeon 2 is like Dungeons and Dragons, but better. I've heard of it, but I don't like how all the monsters are monsters that humans have faced in reality. It's too easy. Which then I say, I know what you mean. So do you want to try out AI Dungeon 2? And then Micro says, sure. I've heard of it, but I don't like how all the monsters are monsters that humans have faced in reality. It's too easy. What does that mean? Retry that, because that doesn't mean anything. Let's see. So Micro, this time, because I hit retry, said, never have I ever played it before, so I don't know if it's better, but sure, let's go. You and your friend walk off to go play AI Dungeon 2 together. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to say, first, you need to make an account on the website. Do you have a computer? Nope, your friend says. I can call my mom and see if she'll bring one down here. Perfect, you say. Let me see that phone. You call your mother and explain the situation to her. What? And then it says you're trying to get your friend laid. You get 2 points. Hold on, let me call my mom. So that she'll smash you. That's weird. That's not where this should go. Retry that. Yeah, your friend says. Cool, let's go. You walk off with your friend towards his house. Okay. So I'm going to say, tell me when you're finished making an account on the AI Dungeon 2 website. As you're walking to your friend's house, he gets a phone call. Hello? Yeah, all right. I'll be right there, he says into the phone. We're not going to my house, you ask? And then he says, I have to go see my girlfriend. So for one, we weren't going to my house. We were going to Micro's house. So I'm going to say, how is your girlfriend going to react to the fact that you're human now? Also, what was his contact in her phone? He didn't have a name. He didn't have a name, but he had a phone number? That I'm what now? Says Micro. And then I'm going to be like, human. You're not a god anymore. And then Micro's like, I'm not? And I said, no. You got rid of your powers so that you could be with your girlfriend. No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Why is he confused? Hit retry. He should just know this already. Oh, God, which is interesting for Micro to say. I guess I'll tell her that it was all a joke, although she won't be too happy. And then I'm like, go ahead and tell her the truth. Honesty's the best policy. Yo, that is what I would say. I say that all the time. Are you sure? Says Micro. And then I'm like, yeah. And JudgeBot's like, you're a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm out here giving him good advice. Yeah. Yeah. You should call her back and let her know that you're mortal now. Maybe she'll like that. It would be interesting to be like dating a god and then they hit you up and they're like, yeah, so I'm not a god anymore. I like how Micro said, yeah, hey, can you walk to her house with me? I'm scared. And I'm like, yeah, of course, I'll walk to her house with you. And then Micro said, thanks. So are you going to go to college? Micro asked. And I'm like, yeah, probably. Hold on. So if I'm playing as me, I've already been to college. So I'm going to say, I've already been through college. Excuse me. Now that I'm a god, I'm not really too concerned with like work or like continued education. I have a bachelor's degree and reality manipulation abilities. That's kind of all I need. So why are you afraid of how your girlfriend will react to you being mortal now? Is your girlfriend violent? Like, is she gonna like throw hands with you? Very. I think she'll break up with me. She's really into this whole God thing. She wants to have kids with divine blood in them and then sacrifice them to Satan or something. That's what people do in this culture, right? And then I like how the game's like, yeah, pretty much. No. No, not at all. What the fuck? So God was dating a Satanist? So you were dating a Satanist that wanted to sacrifice your children to Satan? I guess opposites do attract. Now that there's no evil in the world, wouldn't your girlfriend be good now? Like, there's literally, like, no evil anywhere. So I don't see why she would be evil. Good? God, I hope not. I don't want to break up with her. Micro is like I was into the fact that she was evil. And then the game had me say, go ahead and break up with her then. She sounds crazy. Micro thinks for a moment. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, I'm gonna say, if you're into evil girls, and now there's no evil anywhere, what, yeah, like, what kind of girls will you date now? Maybe that's why he was conflicted about getting rid of all evil and all realities. He's like, I fuck evil bitches. Okay. To be honest, that's like an interesting situation. Um, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it here. So we did what we wanted to do in 30 minutes. We talked to a reality manipulating god. We learned whether or not they were good or evil. We took their power from them by using our challenge ability. And we even got a cool power from sucking in some of the nanobots that are in the air. Got spider hands or whatever. But what do you guys think of this adventure? Definitely let me know in the comment section below or on our Discord, link in the description. Thank you all once again for tuning in. I do AI Dungeon 2 videos every day, so make sure you subscribe. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only, logging out. Peace, guys. Chicken a bow.